What's up, everyone? Paul Rogers here. Today is December the 16th, 2017. We're looking at Bitcoin to US dollar 4-hour chart. And as we can see, Bitcoin is heading up to new all-time highs. Now, where's Bitcoin going? Bitcoin is going probably to around 19,000. Around 19,000, I see Bitcoin hitting this upper resistance trend channel. And I see people going and setting sell orders at that point. So I do see a retracement. But it's dependent on how quickly Bitcoin does hit this resistance. So if it happens today, then it could actually hit this resistance underneath 19,000. If it takes a few days, it could actually be 19.3, 19.5 before it actually hits this resistance. And it's also possible that Bitcoin will overshoot a little bit, as in right here where it overshot quite a bit and then retraced, or here where it just kind of broke past just a hair and then dipped back down once those sell orders were triggered. So if you're looking to pick up some Bitcoin, you can, but keep in mind that we're getting close to a resistance level that will most likely be shorted, and you may have a better chance to buy after Bitcoin actually rebounds from hitting this resistance and heading lower. As far as where would be a great place to buy, let's wait until this resistance has been confirmed. I mean, it's possible that Bitcoin will have a parabolic breakout and just shoot way past this and hit the 30,000, but I think the most likely scenario is that Bitcoin is going to meet some resistance and it will have a retracement, which is healthy. We don't want things to go so parabolic, because then people start climbing the highest tree around them and yelling bubble, and it's good to have these retracements. It's good to have a little bit of perspective and not to get ahead of ourselves on Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum on the 4-hour is forming a really nice triangle. I might as well draw something out of this, right? Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so the last video I made about Ethereum, I was talking about Ethereum jumping around between $650 and $750, and it's been kind of crazy because this is before like it actually hit to new highs when I was talking about that, and the market's done pretty much exactly that. So it kind of worries me when I'm that accurate without like a new high being established or anything. So it was, whenever you make predictions, when price is going like this and it's shooting up, and I'm going to show you what I was looking at. Okay, I'm turning off auto scroll. Okay, so this is what I was seeing, something like that. No, you just see it, price shooting up, and you're saying, okay, I think it's going to hit around 700, maybe go past the 750, and then start bouncing around at between 650 and 750. That's kind of a gut feeling more than it is an actual. I mean, you can draw Fibonacci extension levels and things like that, but when something's on a really strong run, it's really hard to predict, and breaking new all-time highs, it's really hard to predict exactly where it's going to run out of steam. And so it was a bit of an educated guess on my part, but it ended up being really accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pat on the back for that one. Not that it matters now, but anyways, what's going to happen here? This is interesting. So, okay, let's assume two different things. Actually, there's three different scenarios, right? Bitcoin runs and hits that resistance. While it's hitting that resistance, let's say it breaks out a little bit higher and actually tickles 20,000. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's going parabolic. What do we do? I think Ethereum is going to actually break down this way. Why? Money's going to suck out of Ethereum and flow into Bitcoin because everyone's convinced Bitcoin's going to $50,000, right? Scenario two, it creeps up there gently, slowly, and then has a nice definitive breakout to the downside once it hits that resistance channel that I was speaking of. In that case, money will most likely flow into Ethereum, and Ethereum will shoot up. So it really depends on the attitude that Bitcoin has over the next couple days. If it's going to shoot up there and appear to have a breakout, then Ethereum's going to head lower. Temporarily, by the way. When these things happen, if it did shoot down, I would imagine Ethereum would shoot down to kind of around 600. I would really recommend picking some up at that point, because when Bitcoin does slow down, the money is going to flow back in Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to push to new all-time highs. So that's my analysis for Ethereum. Let's look at Dash. Dash is also in a really nice triangle. I'm not even going to draw it because you can just see it right there. It's very plain as day. So, and Dash, same analysis. It depends on the velocity and veracity of the Bitcoin climb, the Bitcoin bullish market. I have a feeling that Dash may dip just a little bit, and then I think it's going to be heading to over 1,000. So, and Litecoin is kind of in a holding pattern as well, a bit of a triangle. Pretty much all alts right now are holding their breath, and they're waiting to see what Big Daddy Bitcoin does. That's the story of today. Alts holding their breath, holding their ground, trying to tread water in terms of US dollars. In terms of Bitcoin, they're losing. They're waiting to see what Bitcoin does. Once Bitcoin makes its move, alts will react, and that's your opportunity. If Bitcoin does shoot up and shoot the price of alts down, what do? We pick up some alts. Just good alts, just the projects, just top tier alts that we believe in. Like Ethereum, like EOS, like Ripple. As much as I know you guys hate it when I say the word Ripple, Ripple is a valuable technology as well, centralized or not. Anyhow, I hope y'all are having a good weekend. Paul Rogers out for now.